When we last left off, our intrepid heroes made their way to a scheduled duel with Teresh and August. Unsurprisingly, though perhaps with more effort than anticipated, August did in fact win the duel. And perhaps more surprisingly, did not immediately murder Teresh. He, of course, explained that he had very logical reasons for doing so. I'm sure he's definitely not shifted slightly less towards being evil. Since she was alive at the end of that exchange, Teresh volunteered to take you guys to the hideout nearby, whence she and her brother Rejan have been operating, and where he is still with Solar Celebration. The hideout itself didn't really appear to be much of anything at all, just a half-buried door on a sandbar in the middle of Lake Paran, near Dethick Dale. However, once you opened the door and stepped through, you found yourself in the room before you here, a tremendous orrery powered by magic and crystals, whence the dragons examined the stars. The party spent a good deal of time talking to a programmed illusion inhabiting the orrery of their dearly departed friend Tiamat. Questions were answered, dragons were hugged, tears were shed. Szooth, I believe you were spending some time looking through a shelf, and I don't think I gave you the opportunity to roll on that while the rest of the party was talking, did I?
I remember finding the books. I guess
Yeah,
I
you
did have
found
to make
the books. I don't think I gave you the chance to pick one out at random, because you
no.
don't have the time to do a thorough search, but you did have the time to try and do a cursory one if you want.
Let me try to do a cursory one. Then what's that going to be?
Your choice of Arcana or Religion.
Fuck. I was gonna hope it was investigation.
If you knew exactly what you were looking for, totally. But as it is, you do not have specific tomes on reference.
Oxen free. Womp womp.
Okay. While you find many books, you aren't able to pick one out at random that would likely be of help. But you are sure that, given time and effort, you could find ones on the subject matter of severing warlocks from their patrons and or dealing with malevolent intelligences and items. Or perhaps damaged intelligences, as Nahia has come to the suspicion that the sword was one of a pair, and so too is the spirit inside it sundered, though in this case likely between the body in the crypt and one of the swords. Once you're done with Tiamat, the party disengaged the illusion, and the crystal generator powering the orrery retreated into the floor, opening up a passage down below. And the party descends into what Tiamat described as a prison of sorts, and also a grave. The stairs going down are long and winding, but not all that dusty or misused. Indeed, it seems people come through here regularly enough to keep them clean. There is even a relatively new-looking coat rack hung up about halfway down near a doormat that has seen quite a bit of fresh mud tracked through. If anyone has any last-minute preparations before they descend the rest of the way, well, landing here is a good time to get them over with.
How extensive are the ruins down here? I'm asking
Teresh will
her.
think a moment and say, "There are two large chambers. The prison," she'll air quotes it, and a dragon grave down below. There are a few side passages, but it's not that big.
Where was your brother staying?
She shrugs. He could be anywhere. We have living quarters off on one of the wings in those side passages.
Perhaps we should try there first.
It'll be on the other side of the main chamber, though.
What's inside the main chamber usually?
That's where the worms are grown.
Oh,
There's a lot of people down there working right now. I left. Rejan was examining one of the cells, the oubliette.
and that's further down?
Right in the main chamber.
Oh.
All of them are.
Okay. So we might just be walking into a great big fight. And
Knuckle crack, knuckle crack.
Well, would not be the first time.
Speaking of fighting, I don't think we established last time, but it, potentially relevant here. Obviously, Teresh doesn't have her magic weapons and items with her, but do you have her like hands bound or anything, or is she just kind of trucking along with you guys?
I don't believe we tied her up, no.
She's not bound in any way.
Okay.
We can chuck her bow to her if she needs to assist in stopping. If she...
Whatever your word is worth, you've kept it where your brother did not. You can have the bow back. Toss it over.
She grimaces as she catches the bow. Says, "I'm not going to help you shoot my friends."
No, but should some giant worm randomly attack you, I suppose it would be unfair of us to let you get murdered by it.
Or, they attack you.
It's a possibility.
You're all
We just
remarkably
finished
trusting.
dismantling a terrifying cult. We're really not ruling anything out for people with strange, altered perceptions, okay?
I wonder when I reach out, when I touch the walls and things, do I feel any kind of connection to the earth still? Or are we in some kind of weird extra dimensional space? Or are we just, or was the door literally just it just transport? We're just underground somewhere.
Good question. Yeah, when you reach out to try and feel the earth, the walls here are made of stone, or at least a material that feels and behaves like stone. It registers to your senses, but there's nothing beyond that. You just feel a void, like you're floating in the middle of the ocean.
Hmm. I'm not sure how useful I can be.
Well, we got stone, so at least you got some of your stuff you can use, right?
Probably.
He'll squeeze one of your biceps. I've always got these.
I did pick up a new trick recently, so I'm not totally out of it. But I don't feel anything past these walls. It's like we're on a boat.
Teresh will glance your way and say, "That tracks. We tried tunneling once. The walls healed themselves, like flesh stitching together."
I don't know where we are, but I don't think we're on Iona.
There are no windows down here, so we've never been able to figure out where this is. It's
Maury?
not.
if the stone earth sorcerer that is tied to, you know, rocks, planet, dirt, and stuff like that says like, I don't feel anything outside of this place. Like, that sounds like there's nothing out there. I sort of trust that.
And it tracks with Morrigan being forced into her, being forced to manifest in truth. Maybe on some island in the divine planes.
Ori looks momentarily alarmed behind you. Oh dear.
Up.
She does not elaborate further.
Okay.
Oh, I
Surely
see.
not
Out of
the
character. I see
surely
now.
not the
It's a
abyss.
draw.
We're on the motherfucking moon again. I knew it.
Not the
No, the constellations. These are hand drawn.
E.
Nice. Oh, you drew these yourself? You drew the constellations?
No, the artist who made this map did.
Oh,
It's very convenient.
And yeah, they actually look like it was just roughly like handmade constellations.
Yeet.
Okay. I thought it was you.
Nope.
I mean,
not
if it
this
were
guy.
him, then it means that Savin would have had access to like backlit lines, which would have been fucking phenomenal.
I am even further beyond a Roll20 Pro subscriber. They made new tools just for me.
I was gonna say, like, shit, I wish I had this because you know how many goddamn runes I want. I wish I could have just free-handed all along. Jesus.
Fucking ascended Savin.
The way to do that is Photoshop with a
Yeah.
transparent
Yeah, I
transparent
know,
background.
but I don't want to do that in Photoshop. I want to be able to briefly draw a thing on the ground. I don't want to
I
build
think you mean the way to
object
do that would
tools.
be to make DCL Photoshop it for me, because I don't know how to
Oh,
do
yeah.
that.
Here I am, just a pure boy. You're trying to make me Photoshop stuff on the maps. I mean, it
But
would be-
you could obviously like really big it up, like, oh, it took me ages. It's 2 layers. 1 layer, transparency 50.
how dare you? I'll have you
It's
know,
2
Lauren,
lines.
it's very complicated.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't have
That's
rumbled you.
extremely
with-
complicated.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
He'll do these map assets for you, but it is going to take him 100 hours. It's so complex.
damn. Anyway,
y'all know that I can do that shit for you too.
yeah.
It's the joke.
We're probably not. I don't think it's the abyss beyond these walls, but the ether, maybe? Just straight out into where all the magic comes from?
I don't know. I would have assumed it was the same place that time and space doorway in the place would have taken us to fight the guy with the eye.
Maybe. But whatever.
But it is neither here nor there. It is time to either talk words or kick ass.
Well, y'all drunk your stuff?
But
Okay, cool.
I'll investigate.
Oh, wait, do you actually hit stuff, Nahia?
It's rude.
Or do you cast?
let's go. I do both. I'm perfectly
Okay,
capable
here
of
you
both.
go.
I'll drink a
Also,
potion of
say-
heroism.
A vial. I recommend you drink this then.
What will it do?
It will give you muscles.
I already have tremendous muscles.
No. Bigger muscles.
Yeah, I should make sure to drink that potion of heroism.
Is that one of those cloud giant ones?
Yes.
How strong is Cloud?
27.
Okay. All right, fine. I shall take the muscle juice.
Did you ever want to bench press a castle?
No, that's actually never really been an appeal to me.
Well, you saw I literally wrestled a dragon to a standstill. Well, a primordial dragon being to standstill. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I'll accept the potion. Does this one last a while or not? I can't remember.
An hour.
Hour? All right, I chug. It becomes stonk.
Potions are consumed. The party descends the rest of the way downstairs. Unsurprisingly, there are no guards or anything posted. Only people who knew about this weird transcendental door. Rejan and his friends, clearly. And so you make your way down into the first of these tremendous chambers, a vast complex of oubliettes, pillars, and podiums on which a number of these beak-masked individuals are working on
Oops.
puddles of... Alright, well, I guess we're just into violence now.
Sorry. Why does that?
I'm just trying to read.
I can. Yeah, I was trying to. Like, say, why is that spelled differently? It's just
Actually, can I do
weird.
that? I can. I guess everyone please familiarize yourself with your abilities. Anyway,
That's
on which a number of
Whack.
these
Whack.
a number of these beak mass individuals are working on puddles of slimy, inky darkness and gelatinous ichor pooled up in the oubliettes themselves. You can see immediately in front of you there is a tremendous pit just full of slime. This a ghastly green color as opposed to the dark blacks and oily greens of the slimes or worms you've fought before. This they appear to be trying to magically coax into a minotaur-sized suit of plate armor. And I will drag you over to a map. And as you come around the corner, as you
That's a big jump.
yeah, it's a big ol' map full of big ol' wormy boys.
Oh,
Oh, it's
There
not
it is.
expecting violence so quickly.
there's Captain.
Oh, gross. Oh, wow, that's a great thing right down there. That looks wonderful.
Done it though.
Oh, God, there's a lot of things in here.
Rejan, we might have some questions.
So you shout that out, and indeed
No, I don't.
oh, okay. You know,
Wait, not seriously, especially not if we're actually coming in with surprise or some
I
kind of
mean,
demonic.
it's true. You could, I guess, if you want to try and surprise these guys, you guys can roll stealth. They're working, but there's enough of them just kind of looking vaguely in your direction that if you roll badly, they could see you before you act.
We're shit at that.
Yeah, my main question was: Are we talking or are we fighting?
Talking,
think-
we agreed last time,
yes.
but fighting may be necessary.
Yeah, odds are incredibly high that fighting will follow, but we did promise to do the talky talk fast.
All right.
All right. So, are you shouting anything, or
I'm
gonna
going
go.
to stride up and say, "Evening, gents. Or, well, afternoon, gents.
The Blight Keepers immediately in front of you turn around, gasping beneath their masks. They go towards weapons slung at their hips, small swords and hand crossbows, but they see Teresh and she puts up a hand. Whoa, whoa. We're here to talk, not fight. Let's keep things calm, everyone. Please. Winter is just going to kind of chill in the background for now, for obvious reasons. The rest of your friends will move on up. And yeah, once you come around the corner here, all of you can plainly see that there is a much larger oubliette to the south that is full of something, some writhing purple and black mass moving just beneath a great runic seal, on top of which stands Rejan surrounded by fires. Teresh glances down that way and grimaces. That wasn't there before. Oh shit. The Light Keepers will move defensively towards Rejan. The man himself, however, does not seem to have noticed your presence. It's walking, pacing around each footfall, creating ripples across the magical surface. He's muttering into himself faintly. Can't quite make out what exactly he's doing.
Don't worry, lads. We aren't here to kill him. You can, well, I'd prefer you don't get back to work on that. How about you start packing your kit up?
The Light Keepers look from you to Teresh. And yeah, it's over. Go on. Well, they're still letting you.
I'm going to walk past you and towards Rejan, and I recommend please not getting in my way.
I will give you a warning, though. We're letting you go, but these things you've been working on are monstrous, and you can't really use them for much anything except evil. So don't go setting up worm pits somewhere else, or we'll find you and we won't be so nice next time.
It'll be more of a head-on pike affair. Yet I'm meaning.
Seriously, people. I know we're supposed to be open-minded, but take a look in the mirror. I don't know exactly how you do all of this and still think that you're the good guys.
Would one of you like to make an intimidate check?
With advantage?
Yes, with advantage. Also, by the way, everyone earned inspiration last time, obviously.
I think most of us still had it.
Yeah, I still had it.
Well,
Yeah.
if you didn't already, you do now. Because you
Uh,
deserve it.
Who's good at intimidate?
I cannot take it on Ashes.
I am, actually.
Yeah, big strong
Yeah.
sorcerer with it trained, that makes sense that you would have a pretty fucking high check for intimidate.
Do I have advantage? on
Yes,
this, or...
yes.
I do.
Well, it's
Contain,
19.
but it's-
I actually am blessed still. So I am blessed. So 20.
Blessing does not add to ability checks.
Why is
that's
that?
guidance.
Oh, that's not. Oh, I have that ticked on still. I'm not supposed to have that right now.
No, you do not have a source of guidance at the moment. Well, technically you do, but he's kind of a jerk and doesn't just throw it around.
Right. So just 19.
All right, that is a substantial number. The Blight Keepers will look between you, Rejan, who's mumbling incoherently down on the pit, and yeah, they're gonna start backing away a little bit. You guys are spoopy.
Much obliged.
The goopy armor, however, does not simply dissipate once they stop interacting with it. Indeed, a tremendous helm just slowly tracks Nahia as she begins walking south.
I'm gonna turn around to face this helmet and I'm gonna put it on the bit, like the 2 eyes me, 2 eyes this helmet, and then I'm gonna keep on walking.
The armor gives you the middle finger.
That's fine, he's welcome to do that.
Some of the other Blight Keepers from up north kind of start making their way down here to see what the fuck's going on.
John, I heard you have some questions.
As you approach,
Yeah, wait for everybody else's party tokens to purify. Guys.
Wait, that again? Oh, okay.
Not moving up.
Kina, you should
No,
have
I'm
control of
just,
Tass's token. Scout, you should also have control of Morgan's token now. Again, August is going to just kind of chill by the entrance for this. His presence can only hurt.
Yeah.
Yep. Thankfully, I think there's enough going on in here that he's not just going to randomly fall asleep.
It would be kind of anticlimactic for August to just fall asleep and some random bikekeeper just cuts his throat while walking out the door.
Right.
He just, or just we're trying to have this big speech and it's completely disrupted by loud old man snoring. Just it. Echoes of the vaunted halls.
Kina, are you having Tassie just stay with August then?
I feel like she doesn't like him, so no, probably not.
I mean, nobody does, but yeah, it's keeping her in the back is a perfectly reasonable thing to have done. So I figured I'd ask. Sis, Szooth, you approach, and Rejan looks up. You and Nahia are the first to arrive, and he smiles toothily at you. He says, aren't you beautiful, both of you? Yes. Yes, glorious dragon kind. Hello.
Hello, Rejan. We have a conversation.
Yes, could you put a pause on your creepy ritual, please?
Ritual? I'm not performing a ritual. There's
Or
no
seal
magic
breaking?
here. Seal breaking? No, why would I do that? This is a prison. I don't mean to break the prison. Look at the complexity of the spell.
Oh, don't fuck with it then.
What spell is it?
I don't know. Tiamat wove it. Long ago. For what purpose? Well, clearly the purpose is to keep this thing below, but what is it? Why is it here?
I don't think that's something that we need to know, that anyone needs to know.
Indeed. Stop doing that, and please, step off the sigil and walk over here for a conversation.
Glances past you as if for the first time seeing all your compatriots arriving. Ah, Teresh! Dear sister. Welcome home. Look what I've uncovered. Isn't it glorious? Beneath our feet all this while. Such majesty.
That's
Divinity
not...
writ large in runes.
The divinity part is technically true, but there's not very much majestic about it. Please, if you could step off of it, as I ask again. Incredibly rude to be speaking from all the way over there.
No, I can't leave. Look at this. It's a circle
It's
of
not
binding.
going anywhere. It's been there for a very long time. Now, come on.
At the very least, come to the edge of the circle. You said yourself you don't know how it works. What if you accidentally break it?
No, no. This was woven by a divine dragon. No one can break it, not accidentally anyway. Senator
Please.
herself would be required to undo its bindings, I should think.
Please walk over here. You're being rude.
Rejan, I'm going to level with you. I'm worried about you and your mental state. Much rather you come closer to us and talk rather than stay on this thing that we don't even understand.
I can't
It's making
leave,
us
I
nervous,
told
quite
you.
frankly.
It's a circle of binding.
Are you bound to it?
He nods emphatically, walking around in the circle some more.
Why? Why did you do that, you idiot?
It could have been a trap.
It's not a trap. No. This is a prison. Prison is below. Prison is the oubliette. I am a dragon. This is my ward.
You are not a dragon. This is not your ward.
Rejan turns to you, and for just a flash of a moment, you see his eyes are gold and slitted like a dragon's, but just for a brief second before it goes back to normal.
Sure.
Nahia, did you see that?
You know what? I do have a way to resolve this matter. I'm going to pull out the drink that I have made. It's a little bit bootleg, but it is exactly as described their favorite drink. And what was Tiamat's daughter's like full name? Because I'm gonna draconic mom voice her.
Saris Iroko.
All right then.
So the thing with that scout is that the drink was for the original spirit in the sword, not for Saris.
If she's been chilling with the sword, then I can only imagine that Elva's tastes have at least rubbed off on her a bit. It doesn't hurt for me to have made this liquor and, presented it. And then I guess I'll briefly to Draconic. Saris Aroka, you stop playing around with that man's head and come over here for a sensible drink.
Sure, give me a persuade check. Give you advantage.
Great. How does it feel, Savin?
Well deserved.
I feel slightly vindicated now. Merz, you weren't there for it yesterday, but this
I dismantled
cheeky
2
bastard.
encounters with crit diplomacies.
Yeah, crit persuasion through 2 potential boss fights of extreme difficulty in a row.
See, Rejan will twitch slightly, seize up a moment, turn to you with gold dragon eyes on full display. Well, that's rather rude. And who are you
It is a little.
anyway?
You weren't paying incredible amounts of attention. I think honestly the fault there lies a little bit with you. Now come, I brought drinks. I even have camping chairs in my bag. We can sit and talk about this like adults.
You're not paying attention either, are you? This is a circle of binding. I can't leave.
I will
Right.
indicate the edge of it. I can pass you a drink.
Rejan indicates this circle.
All right
Yeah.
then. Fine. I will stand to the edge of this inner circle.
The
Is this solid
rooms-
fire here?
Yes, so these are indeed big, like Dark Souls level, like max kindled bonfires blazing. But as you step past the first circle, all the runes flash and flare for a moment. Rejan grimaces. Eldrick was a circle of binding.
I wouldn't step closer if I was even Nahia. I was about to warn you not to step on it at all, but I was a little too late.
I'm gonna place the tankard down on the floor, and I'm gonna slide it over with the end of my staff.
All right. So as you do so, Rejan's always been wearing kind of a long leather coat when you've known him, and you've seen a little stubby cat tail peeking out once or twice before. This time, however, a long dragon tail just reaches out and picks up the tankard, slithers it up to his hand, sniffs at the drink a
Now,
moment.
I'll be the last to criticize you for being a dragon enthusiast. I can't help but notice your changes.
Changes, yes, yes. Getting better every day. Soon enough. Soon enough.
Soon
Soon
enough,
enough,
Delicious, though.
what?
I don't
I
know,
imagine.
but soon.
Oh, okay.
I think
Now-
and
Hmm?
soon, I think she's just going to completely subsume Rejan.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So, Rejan,
Takes a moment for him to turn around and look at you again.
tell me, how familiar are you with Sarah Soroka?
Familiar as one can be. Famous dragon princess, buried beneath my childhood home. Spirit trapped in a sword. Can feel her writhing now. Just beneath the
Okay.
surface. He'll tap his foot, not his hand, on the scabbard, and little ripples pulse across the surface. Just like
Okay.
this.
I'm playing around with a few theories. How familiar are you with demons?
Gives you a sour look. I told you that was an accident. I should be able to summon dragons. Not that.
Right. No, okay. So here's the thing. You are correct. There's some Saris Aroka in that blade. However, what you did, unfortunately, was to separate half of her soul from her resting body. The other half is still in there.
That's stupid. Who would do that?
You idiot.
No, who would put half of a soul in a sword? With the whole thing or none of it?
That sword can only fit half a soul.
That's dumb.
That's because it's part of a two-sword set.
Considers that a moment. Yes, well, we were going to get the other one later, but those children up in Hadreen seem actually quite competent. Didn't want to rob them just yet.
Okay.
Not if we could talk to
But-
them.
Right. Now that you have the understanding, however, that what you're dealing with is the flawed half of a soul, you might have an idea how that relates to demons accidentally. Yeah, they're all crazy as they're pulled out of the abyss because they're a scattered mess, usually focusing on one emotion.
Right.
And all you've been thinking about ever since trying to be a hero is by performing the act of murder on a certain Lord Winter.
Understandable motivation.
Of course.
He squeezes his hands into fists for a moment, then relaxes them again. No, that's all right. I'm above such things now. It doesn't matter.
You shouldn't be. Now, please, I want you to try and consider this incredibly carefully. What do you think happens if you have half of a soul, very, very powerful individual, separated, unfortunately, from the body, taken up by someone who is focused entirely upon the act of murder, and has been thus far willing to go to any lengths to fulfill it? You not think that could have done you some harm on a mental level? Can you rule that out completely? Because we have asked you to be honorable and make deals, and instead you sent your sister out to die with nary but a plain blade.
Huh? What? I did what? No, Trisha's right there.
That is because we spared her. But this
Spared
was
her
meant to
from
be
what?
a duel to the death.
Duel? What duel? Teresh, what have you done?
Did you not Tell him.
Thresh squeezes her mouth shut a moment. I did, yesterday. He's forgotten all about it already, just like the day before that, and the day before that.
And that is a problem, Rejan.
How-
You've been forgetting.
How long has he been confined to the circle, Teres?
The circle wasn't here when I left this morning. The oubliette was just sealed. We'd never gotten it open.
So he's been having these problems despite the circle.
She nods.
And these transformations. Are these a new event too, or?
Transformations? What?
Pale eyes.
She glances at Rejan's tail. See a little stubby cattail wiggling at the back of his coat.
Oh,
That's
right. Sorry, yeah, that was Sarah's fetching a drink. Don't worry.
Szooth blinks.
Thresh looks only more concerned.
Well,
That's
okay, yeah, that's actually a reason to care more.
Maybe the circle only appeared when we did, much like the orrery upstairs.
Possible.
Oh, that could be
Listen,
it. Yes, so many other dragons all in one place.
uh,
Look at
uh,
you, glorious bastards. Well,
Hey,
reach out as
don't
if
be
to
rude.
tug Nahia, and then realize he's inside the circle and can't.
To be fair, we might all actually add up equal to one dragon.
Let's try not to in that direction. No, Rajan, you're apparently struggling quite a bit to hold together cohesive memories. You're like forgetting things, and that's pretty bad news as well. And
Am I?
yet again, more evidence that you've been. Yes, I literally just told you that a moment ago.
Shakes his head and waves a hand. No, just making room. Making room. Don't need to
No,
know
okay.
anymore.
Cyrus, please. Could you not just. I promised your mother that I would take you home and let you
I-
wake up.
Rejan tenses a moment, glances at you, see the dragon eyes flaring. Through gritted teeth, he says, "It hurts."
I know. I can make that stop. I can take it back. Wake you up in yourself. Please?
Rejan just shakes his head. Doesn't matter anyway. Circle of binding. Can't leave.
Frankly, I'm not even sure you can beat Nahia. Try to step
Um,
out of the circle.
I'm not going to test even trying to step out because I feel like that's the moment everything goes incredibly wrong and bad. Rejan, are you able to slide this sword over?
Glance up at you. What? Why would I do that? This is my sword. I'm not giving it up.
Even if you're not giving it up, you can summon it back to your hands. Can you see if your sword can pass through this circle, genius?
He shakes his head. Sword is a cleaver. Runes. Paper. Don't want to try that.
You can pass it. You don't actually literally have to throw it. I can pass it to my hand, to my tail. I don't care.
You don't understand. It's a dragon fang.
So?
Will tap his foot on the circle, causing ripples. It will cut. Even sheathed, it is sharp.
Alright, then I suppose we need to turn the circle off. That said, well, obviously, stop the one, whatever is going on with you. Does Elvea Golden Shield ring a bell to you at all?
Shakes his head. No. Old name, old glory, long gone.
Is her presence gone completely from the Blight?
He nods. Had to
That
make
is a
way,
shame.
had to make room.
I bet she could have walked across these runes. Thinky, brain. Anyone else any ideas?
Oh, I'm do this Arcana check
eh,
about.
you can't walk across it. Can you fly across it? Or can you be dragged out of it?
Rejan will shake his head. You don't want to try getting out of here. Maybe he could. He'll point Tarnavak's direction. The rest of us, no.
Frankly, I think we should go. I like Tarnavak's idea. I think we should talk to Sinatrea.
The Morrigan is the best bet to actually get her attention.
That's fine. We will wait here patiently and make sure nothing goes wrong. In the
Frankly,
interim.
I'm half tempted to go up to the library and see if there aren't any books about this. To know what we're messing with would help a help a great deal.
Rejan will just laugh. There's no books on this. This is Tiamat's last work. Binding. Whatever this is here.
I wonder if
Even
this is
dragons are
important.
scared of it.
I wonder if this would be important enough to get a conversation with Tiamat again.
No, if it is as he says, the recording wouldn't know.
So,
No, I
when
meant
you,
with a real Tiamat.
when you say conversation with Tiamat, Rejan will look up and say, down in the crypt below. Mother's resting now.
Szooth will kind of blink at that and go like,
There is entrance below you I didn't notice before. Are you telling me that Tiamat's resting place is down there?
Her actual gravesite.
Nods emphatically.
Perhaps
Yes,
if we bring
yes.
this, maybe if we bring the scale to her grave.
We can't. It can't be brought past the orrery. It turns it on.
Right.
And as much as I would think that being on grave would help, I don't exactly know how to contact Tiamat. It was kind of the other way around.
Are you... so, out of character here.
Yeah,
Are you sure you mean Tiamat?
no, I'm sorry, I'm getting the dragons mixed up.
Sinatrea, right, yes. Actual goddess.
So, about my Arcana check.
What would you like to
I
know?
would like to about this circle of binding. Why is it? Why a What? A magic circle doesn't usually bind like a mortal person. So, how is it trapping Rejan in here?
So, there are 3 layers of circle here you can identify. 2,
Yeah.
3.
Well, Rejan can't seem to get out of the middle one, so I'll
Yeah.
look at the middle one.
So your guess would be that these are just 3 basically identical layers of security placed over something. And you're right. Normally, mortals aren't bound by binding circles. That's strange. But I mean, soul can be. That's how you would, cast something to speak with the spirit of the dead.
I think Rejan's only stuck in there because he's possessed. If Rejan was to actually de-attune to the sword, I believe he would be able to leave. And I'll say that out loud.
Problem is, how we convince him to even starting to do that?
I mean, Rejan can hear me too. And
Yeah,
so can the girl inside of him.
Also, while de-attuned, you're probably able to go past with the blade again.
Wait, I have an idea.
Mm.
Ursula is important to this. Rejan deattunes to the sword.
No.
Actually, wait. That might get hairy.
Are you thinking like Magebane?
I was thinking the Magebane paste that Ursula
Yeah,
has,
let's not throw that around in here.
covering the sword in it to suppress its power.
Also,
That would probably work, actually.
I think this is the matter of I don't think Rejan wants to deattune to the sword.
Well, if Rejan wants to leave the circle, he's gonna have to.
He doesn't want to leave
Indeed.
either.
And if Saris would like to actually return to her body and wake up.
Rejan just scowls and shakes his head violently, enough to dishevel his hair. No, almost done. Almost done.
No,
Not
there's
much room left.
What are you almost
You
done
could
with?
have your real body back.
What are
Your
you
real
almost...
form, without crushing this man.
Go ahead and make a persuade check. See if you can get through the crazy.
Sure.
Moment of
All he
clarity.
wanted to be was a hero. And I promised your mother I'd bring you home. Off. 13.
Accurate.
Rejan scowls and says, "Not just a hero. Vengeance. Vengeance for mother, vengeance for father. So many laid to waste by that man. No. Almost done.
It's
And I can
done.
leave.
No, please.
This is a prison. I will be its warden. Soon. I can feel it. Just need a little more time here.
It never
gonna
needed
start
a warden.
killing-
Of course
So
it
you
needs
have
a
to
warden. A
start
prison
killing
needs a warden.
innocent people.
Innocent. There's no
That's
such
what
thing
you're
as
gonna do then?
innocent. They're going to make that demon bitch de facto queen of their city. And they cheered it on.
When do you think you are? Do you know what has happened since then?
I think that's the spirit. It possessing, talking.
I think they're both a bit of a mess together at the moment.
Resh will say, "I can't tell where Rejan ends and that dragon begins. It's not how he spoke before. About the
No.
people at the garden.
We met Tiamat. Helped her, freed her from a terrifying prison.
Looks up at you as if for the first time. Blinks. Oh, yes, of course. You did, didn't you? Yes, that's right.
So
I
why
remember
can't you let
now.
us help you?
This is a different prison. This isn't some
It
god's
is.
construct. This is mine. This is mine.
Are you saying put yourself here?
This is a prison, and I will be its warden. When it's done,
And you would do a better job as your true self.
I am my
And
true
whole.
self. What do you mean?
You're not. You're half your soul. The other half of you is still trapped in the body, lost, unable to wake up.
Nahia, give me an insight check.
I think he might be saying he's put himself here because he knows this. I'm hoping that
Shit,
there's
fuck.
Okay. You don't get any particular insight beyond what Szooth is saying.
Oh, I think I realize.
Yeah.
Oh. Elva isn't in the sword anymore. She's the half of the soul in the body, Nahia. Saris pushed her out to climb in all the way.
So she's instead been crushing herself into a single sword? That was meant to hold two halves? Well, a half to a pair?
I believe so.
Surely that's even less healthy for you. And even worse, that means you've condemned Alvea to torture in your sleeping form.
Links.
That's incredibly selfish.
Avea's long gone. What do you mean? Just a figure out of legend. Doesn't matter.
No, she was in that sword.
No. No.
Your body still
was.
lives. It still breathes. There's still a spark of a soul in it. Not a whole one. But there is still enough of Alvea in there to be in pain.
Avea is long gone.
She isn't. I'm sorry. And you've hurt her very badly.
Just shakes his head again. Fools, all damn fools. You'll see. You'll see.
I kept saying you'll see. What is the end goal here? What is the best that you can expect out of this moment? That you kill Rejan, snuff him out, cram your crushed, injured, hurt soul into that. I'm sure that's incredibly healthy for the both of you. And then you intend to just stand here in the dark, in an abandoned place.
Rejan just looks at you like you're crazy. I'm Rejan. What are you talking about? You're the fucking insane one here.
Oh, if that's the case, then be attuned from the sword, Rejan. Show some fucking nutsack.
I can't become the warden of this place if I don't have the sword. It's not how it works.
It is. Didn't you know you can just pray to Hedrah for permission? This whole place works based on permission. You never even tried to ask. You tried to take. Heck, Tarnavak asked real nicely and he has permission. He's like an admin.
What?
Yeah.
Fine.
That's
Looks
the
at
difference. We
Tarnavak.
got...
You come in here and you take the sword from me then.
It's probably the best idea.
You won't try to resist?
He spreads his hands. No reason to. So my sword will just come back.
Oh, Pon, pop the crown off before you walk in, just in case.
Aye. Yeah. We'll just take off my take off all of my kit that is particularly dragony or has a soul in it.
Okay. Merrick will grumble as he's set down.
I don't think
Yeah,
Merrick wants to get trapped down here for an eternity.
No, but ground cold and hard.
Hands warmer. I'm carrying the stuff.
Acceptable.
Yeah, don't worry. Hold in Ursula cleavage. Teddy woman's off.
This is acceptable.
I am thinking, and I did just get permission for the restricted section of the library.
I believe the exact wording was give Tarnavak all permissions. Like, it was some vague phrase according to that, as opposed to just saying, like, specifically let Tarnavak read only special books.
Can you confirm one way or the other, Savin?
Yeah, it's been a hot week.
Yeah, Mori basically told the illusion to give you total access. You're not an admin, but you have unrestricted systems access.
Well, let's just hope this is covered under that.
Yeah, so as you approach Rejan, he unbuckles his sword belt and thrusts it out to you, but as his hand extends out, you see in real time the tips of his human fingers begin to scale over and form claws that clutch around the scabbard of Solar Celebration. You hear a voice, softer now, and Jean's eyes snap golden for a moment. It hurts so much. Please help.
Yes. We'll get you back where you belong. It's where we're going as soon as we get out of here. You have my word.
You can't get out. It's a prison. Now you're in here too, idiot. I put him here to keep him from exploding.
Nice. See. Well, now at least we can talk without him getting in the way.
Just keep
What's
your
going
hand
to
on the
make-
sword.
What's going to make him explode?
Me. There's too much of me.
Oh, I can help.
Rejan Meat Puppet turns your way, shakes its head. You don't understand. Too much soul for this tiny body.
I'm gonna hold up the starwood staff I'm carrying. Think a starwood's big enough?
You can't attune a sword to a staff. That doesn't make sense.
Oh,
No, I'm saying I just yank you out, put you in the starwood staff.
Maybe that would work. But we're too crushed together now. Might kill him.
I can pick him up actually pretty quickly if he dies.
I don't think this would just be a physical death.
Are you sure?
if we were working with
A
Shirley,
momentary pause, and the voice inside Rejan just says, I have no idea what I'm doing. Just
Well, we
trying to
have to
stop this
try.
madman from hurting anyone else.
Alright, look. I think this could work. I put you in the staff and revivify Rejan if he, splits.
Out of
We have
curiosity,
lots of healers in our group.
Healing the body, sure. Not the soul. Can't cure wounds that.
I got the Morgan with us.
Morgan's the
Does she
god
have
of fucking dying, not living.
What's to say? Does she have soul healing? I don't think she does.
More like she's the person who puts souls in their proper fucking place.
She shepherds souls to their death.
Well, no, I mean, if it's not his fucking time, she could probably cram him back in again.
Yeah, but she can't unhamburger it.
So she can. It's easy. In fact, really what's happening here, if you go take the hamburger analogy too far, is that it's really packed full and it's ruining bun integrity.
No, I think they're talking about the meat as in it's squished together.
Well, more of a case of a soul is a cow. What has happened to Rejan is that he is being butchered and fed through a meat grinder.
Yes, that's what I meant.
And Morrigan does not have the power to turn hamburger into cow.
That just means she hasn't tried hard enough.
so out of curiosity, just because it might be relevant, what exactly is down that hallway over there?
Szooth will point southwards.
Any chance we'll find anything to actually help this situation?
Just Mother's grave.
I
I just wanted the stupid idiot child to take me there, And he fucked it all up.
What do you need there?
Tarn, roll an insight check real quick for me, if you don't mind. Alright. That look of pain in Rejan's face turns less physical and more emotional for a moment. Like a very sad little girl says, I don't need anything. I just wanted to say goodbye.
But she's already so very proud of you.
I know, but she put me to sleep before she left.
You left a message.
Mm-hmm.
Meat Puppet just shakes its head. I don't want to hear it right now. Please don't break my concentration, making me cry. This hurts
Alright.
a lot already.
Does celestial healing help in any kind of way? Is that good for souls? I got plenty of that in the tank.
You might painkiller me, but don't get any closer.
But I can do it at range, thankfully.
I have an idea. Wait, it might not be big enough still, but if we're talking about vessels where souls are supposed to be, that's exactly what my armor is.
I don't know if she can attune to it as she is.
Hmm.
Here, hopefully this buys us a little extra time. And yeah, I'll spend a healing light dice on Rejan.
Okay. You see the muscles and veins slowly relax, though the clawed grip on the sword remains. That feels good. Thank you.
Welcome.
Listen. Right now I'm trapped in here with him. It's not going to be much longer before I kill this poor bastard. And then become the warden of this place. A dragon soul can come and go. This kid, not so much. You'll probably find Goblin Dragon Guy. Maybe the Salamander in the second ring. I don't know.
Mm.
Could one of you lot out there, could you go and see what's up with Morrigan? She's making any progress?
I'll go up and check.
Alright. So,
I can
Szooth,
move her.
you get just to the stairs in time to see Mori staggering her way down. Her face is bloodied beneath the nose. She's wiping it off on a sleeve. Come
Ooh,
take your shoulder and lean on you as you come over.
oh, very intense session.
Ow.
What happened?
I tried to commune with Sinatrea. It didn't work very well.
Oh,
There's something
yeah.
about this place cutting it off from everything.
That's not sounding good. Yeah, let me help you to the group.
Oh, a quick question on a character.
Does
Only tuned to one item at a time.
An item can only be attuned to one person at a time, if that's what you mean.
So what if we took the Star Staff and Luke's armor and tried to get Rejan to attune to both of them at the same time?
Well, the armor at least might help, since it's made to be a soul receptacle.
A pretty good idea.
Because I don't remember the exact specifics on attuning, how attuning works right here. But if it's only supposed to be the soul can attune to one thing at a time, I don't know, maybe trying to get two different souls from one body to attune to two different things might help.
How much time? She said it's not much longer before she crushes him. How long?
Trying to hold back for weeks now. When this thing activated, everything got faster. Could be hours. Also, hi, Morrigan. Long time no see. Mori will wave. Your grandmother says hello. She'll glance at Tarn and say, I couldn't get through, per se, but I'm fairly certain I heard something about not breaking the seal, whatever you do. Not that you probably need me to tell you that, but that's the best I
Say,
could get.
would the Celestial Archivist work as a functional warden instead? He's like way beyond our normal reckoning, but we have him trapped in this great big ruby.
Isn't he crazy?
Hey, if
Was
there's
that,
one thing he's committed to, it's a job.
Meat Puppet will shake its head. You don't understand. This place doesn't need a warden. It was fine on its own. I can't
Well,
get out of the stupid circle unless I'm the warden, though. I trapped us both in here to stop the idiot brains from killing everyone.
so you can only leave if you become a warden.
He did have a rather serious operation going on behind us.
I can only a dragon soul can leave. Right now I'm the mutt.
Right.
What if Tarnavak tries to princess carry you out?
I think it's more of a force field rather than just simply willing yourself to leave.
I'm just saying he's got a whole bunch of Senatrea floating around inside him.
Yes, but I don't think it can cover the actual soul within Jean's body.
There's a moment's pause from the meat puppet, and Saris will say, maybe that would probably kill Rejan, though. As much as he pisses me off a lot, I've been with this idiot since he was a kid. I don't want to see him die if I can help it. Although, considering
The circle
don't
of
really
binding.
have a lot of options.
Wait, people, wait. He is very small in body, yes, not a lot of meat, and a lot in his head. I'm a lot of meat, and, well, to be honest, not a lot in my head. So there's a lot of room there.
I don't think. No.
I have a better thought. Especially since Jean's soul might be mangled by this idea, but it'll still be intact enough. You have those scrolls to capture essence, right, Nahia?
I was going to say, this binding, if a dragon soul is the only one that can leave, this circle, this binding, may act like how Valera was trapped down in Igniferous. Rejan's entire soul may simply be trapped in there if he dies. At which point we may be able to talk to him or suck the whole thing in.
So you're saying we... Oh. Oh, I see what you mean.
Hmm.
So if Rejan gets pulled through and dies, it will actually still leave his entire whole soul before, and we can just rescue that separately?
I believe so.
Can you put that back in the meat?
I can.
He would be a magic item, much like Valero is,
Wait,
or
didn't
Tarnavak's crown.
Didn't Szooth say something about moving souls book in library?
I was reading the books trying to find something on that. I never really managed to find it, though. Didn't have time to go over all the books.
Maury, is it breaking the rules if I stick him back in?
We're already planning to do it with Prisha.
Prisha's still going to be dead. She'll just be a soul piloting a pile of clay. Putting him back in the meat. Or he'll attach in.
Please.
Well, we're
I'm
not
not
really.
moralizing the point. I'm thinking about if it's possible.
Question: if this place is not on like Iona, does that mean that the rules are different then?
We're not. Technically speaking, we're not on Iona, no, but the rules are consistent.
Okay. That
Zeus spirit shenanigans help this in any way?
I don't know. Can they?
Well, I can't see spells, not exactly. I really only seem to have control over my own spirit.
And your astral hands hold a dude together?
I don't know, because I don't know if I'm allowed to see souls. I'm literally looking up at 5e right now to see if there's anything that even remotely has that, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
I mean, there is if you're a high-level wizard.
Of course, it's a high-level wizard, but I am not that.
True Sight would be able to do that. But I don't think anyone has that. No, we don't believe we have access to this. Put it back in his meat, huh?
Yeah. Look, I have the spell knowledge. I've just obviously never tried it because I've never had a reason to try it.
okay. Aha. Well, that's weird.
Like it's expensive, and he is probably going to hate
Well,
every second of it and come back very, very tattered. But I think I can do it.
you
I
got the
just need
Residium
permission
too.
to try.
And not just from Morrigan.
Of
From
course.
you, Saris, and in Rejan's infirmity. You, Teraj.
It is a good point.
So let's lay out and game mechanic terms. What exactly are you going to try and do here?
Try and basically carry Rejan, Saris across the threshold, and before Rejan's spirit goes bye-bye, Essence steal it because it'll be trapped in a magic circle. And then afterwards I'm gonna try and revivify, because a revivify uses a big gem as a component.
There is one thing to pop in there, and that is to get an intelligent essence, you do need them to agree to it.
There's also the question of if the circle won't let his soul leave anyways, and that also includes the body. Even if we do revivify him, he'll still be stuck inside of it. Unless
No,
we
that's
take
why
him.
that's why I do the essence stealing spell first, because that thing doesn't give a shit. Just that rips souls out of fucking dead bodies. It doesn't care.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
Although,
there's the question of can the soul even leave the circle with essence steal?
well, remember Valeria, though I think we had to kill Volcanos and that broke her thing to get her out.
Yeah, you guys broke the ritual circle to get her out.
Yeah, there's the question of even if we do pull this off, Rejan still might be stuck in the circle anyways. And we were specifically told not to break the circle.
No, told not to break the seal. Let's see here. That said, I got a whole lot of blue lightning.
Yeah. And there's also the thing that Rejan is. If Rejan is just the only one in there, then yes, he can become the warden and come and go.
Yeah.
So Ceres has mentioned explicitly at this point that only a dragon, like it's a dragon soul that needs to be the warden.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't get that bit.
So yeah, we're kind of in a fuck situation. We might need to go back up.
So yeah, it's, as you're laying this out, I think Ceres is gonna say, Rejan's going to be stuck here for a while. The magic is sound, though. If you get me back to my body, and I'm not corpseified, I can come back and get him out. I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's at least a better hope than he has right now.
It wouldn't take long to get to your body, maybe an hour.
Whoa. What about getting back here?
That, on the other hand, would take longer. Day 2?
I presume
No,
I presume you don't have a teleport circle we
No.
can use.
Maybe. Actually,
Teresh will
Wait,
there
step
is
up.
Shut up.
upstairs. There is a giant teleportation code
Mhm.
upstairs.
Yes, but
One
that's
never
incredibly complicated.
and
Yeah, I've never seen one like
we
it.
there is a way. The necklaces, if they break, you come here.
Yeah, Teresh was just about, like, she was just in the process of taking hers out again. She got up off the field. Presents it. These things, they go back to the circle upstairs. None of us know teleportation circle, but the crystal shards, when they break, zap you back.
Well then, if you can get 2 gems, you know what? As much as I would like to be there for you waking up, I can stay and try and keep Rejan's soul intact if things get a little bit hairy. I have enough juice if I sit here and be patient.
Ceres is gonna quickly, like, nod at you, then lean over and look at Teresh and says, by the way, every time you're doing that, that's a part of a dragon soul you're breaking. Please stop that. Teresh will grimace and say, this time at least I think it's for a good cause, don't you? Ceres will nod. Fine. One last time. Yes, if you can revive Rejan, he'll live. Just be trapped in the circle.
Okay.
If I live, I can get him out. This is just going to be very painful for everyone involved.
All right. I think I have to be touching in order to revive him. So if you could, are you able to get me out after as well?
Well, wait. Just
Oh,
stand.
No.
Here.
No. We need to carry him all the way out in order to get Saras out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. Duh. Sorry. My brain got scrambled in its own order.
You've got the least distance to go, Nahia. See if you can manage.
Do you want to try and what, hot potato Rejan over?
No, but we'll both need to be outside for it to work. And, well, you're the one who was born with draconic parts.
I'm just going to think happy dragon thoughts. And I will try and just casually walk the threshold.
yeah, you can walk in, no problem.
No, I mean like back out again just to make sure
Oh,
I can do
back
this
out.
one wall.
Okay. Yeah, give me a charisma saving throw, please.
Okay.
Okay. Gonna take 20 damage, psychic, but you are able to push your way through. Fuck, that hurts a lot.
I only take 1 damage, I don't mind. That was a little bit stingy.
That's too bad I'm not a dragon. I have a lot of hit points.
Now,
Mm.
hit points matter on a
Alright.
successful save.
Yeah. Hey, Passy, would you like to join me in ready actions to heal these two as they pass the threshold and blast themselves?
She will grip her staff, nod.
Then
Okay.
I'll say this. Tarnavak has at least advantage because magic resistance potion.
I didn't drink that.
Well, you got it on you. Drink it.
No, I don't. I used up all of the ones you gave me in Dahaic place, and I haven't been given another one since. And
You
there was
used up
only
fucking 3 magic resistance potions?
I don't have any written on my sheet, so
Well, here I've been actually keeping count. You used 2 during the day, right? So, like, what did you do with the 3rd?
may have given it to Siggy.
No, you gave the
Possible.
Harrison to her. Because Harrison
May have given it to a dwarf then. I don't know. I don't have it written down.
Such is life.
Okay.
It's fine, it's just going to hurt a whole bunch.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
well.
I also have an inspiration, so
Well,
And-
that's true.
the heroism I did actually drink, and Indomitable.
Sure. You know what? I'm gonna give Sarah Soroka an inspiration.
Yeah, that makes sense. Would anyone like to give
Sick.
Rejan inspiration?
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay, Kina.
so everyone will be making their saves at advantage.
Look. You poor baby!
Indomitable time!
At the critical moment. Holy shit!
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
pizza.
Indomitable.
I'll be right back.
I
Yes.
did say yes.
Yep.
Can someone else give me an inspiration?
Yes, Kina burned his, so you can have mine then.
Okay.
Jesus
Fuck.
Christ. Okay.
Oh my god!
That's hysterical.
That would have just been like Darkest Dungeon heart attack. Just
I'd have to run back in to do rip off on you. That's so much diamond.
okay. Tarnavak
Well, you
does
can
not have a
use,
heart attack. You just take 20 psychic damage. Oh no, Saris. Okay, you just raw dog 16s. That's fine.
Woo!
And Rejan.
Come on, Rejan, keep it together. 17.
Okay. So, yeah, there is a yelp of psychic pain from Saris before the hand grasping the scabbard subsumes back into a humanoid hand. And Rejan gives out a gurgling death scream, basically. The body, however, is able to be pulled through the threshold. But yeah, Rejan just has a heart attack and dies.
Well, I hope this works the way we think it does.
Just thrust his body towards Nahia.
Tresh freaks out immediately, obviously.
Yeah,
All right,
just
which
grab her.
one? Which one first? Essence Steel or Revivify?
Revivify.
All right.
All right. The body comes back to life, an empty husk for the moment.
That's fine. That's presumably Saris can pilot that.
Actually.
Essence Steel.
And yeah, you can see a ghostly extra Rejan beginning to form just at the perimeter of the circle.
All right, that ghostly Rejan gets a celestial healing dice.
Back in the playtest, you could do radiant damage to people with those. That would just fucking kill him. But instead, no, you can heal the ghost. I don't think that has any special significance for living or dead in its text, unlike, say, a Cure Wounds potion.
Nope, it's just select an ally. They gain health.
All right, so yeah, the apparition temporarily gains some semblance of corporeality. Let me set up an extra token here. Here's Ghost of Rejan and Saris Sean.
Okay, you guys go do body stuff. I'll make sure. God damn it! I'll make sure Rejan doesn't discorporate.
Sure.
Let's, I don't think we all need to go. So these blight keepers are sort of gathered ominously.
Yeah, there's like 15, 20 dudes wearing beaky masks just watching you guys from the other room with
I mean,
deep
how could they not be
concern.
watching the most interesting thing they've ever seen in their whole fucking lives?
Yeah, basically, like a bunch of them have just taken their masks off at this point, and hats, because they're not working anymore. It's just a bunch of cat folks, Amazon, a couple hobgoblins, just watching you murderate their friend, and Tresh is freaking out, but you guys very successfully intimidated them into not doing anything for the moment.
Don't worry, people. Just normal adventuring shenanigans.
Yeah,
I
and
hate
then
it when people
Rejan
say that's
gets
just
back
adventuring.
up. Don't mind the ghost there. Dusts, quote unquote, himself off. Holy fuck, ouch. God damn, that hurt.
Here,
Let's
punch
see.
me. You'll feel better.
No.
Wrong person.
Okay. Just
Morrigan, Anaya, you two. At least one of you should probably stay here. Moral support.
Say that like I'm an incredibly big baby.
I say that like
I
you're about to have the most difficult magical ordeal of your life.
just gonna take Captain Blondie here and fucking hide him.
Good
She
point.
doesn't fucking need to see him.
Oh, man, I'm gonna have to cross that threshold to put him in the jam, aren't I?
Go upstairs and just get up. Have him hide behind the desk.
This is like, what the fuck?
Like, just
I'll
whisper.
have you know,
Yeah,
I'm
whisper-
very well
whisper.
liked on Lyris. God damn. Oh, fine.
Yeah.
But I whisper to him. The difference between Lyris and the actual daughter of the daughter of big dragon that you stabbed.
Listen, he was
She's
a
pissed.
dick and deserved
Finish.
it.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter to the daughter. She still loved her dad.
She's been asleep since before that happened.
I give him a light bonk on the side there, but it's not to hurt him.
Fine, whatever. I'll sit under a desk like a goddamn idiot child.
Pout.
Sorry you're so ashamed of me, mother.
Oh, please, Winter, you're an elf.
Visibly pained. Like, genuinely visibly pained look in her. Ow. Sorry.
Yeah, August coughs, but he will indeed go sit under a desk. And yeah, to Tarnavak, Saris John will say, the sooner the better, I would assume.
Alright, this is gonna suck.
I don't know
Does
if
Tass
you
eat her
need
death
shit
ward?
for- That's a good question.
Yeah, it's like a
I mean,
simple-
technically she knows it, but she does not have it prepared.
Shit.
However, if you need someone to cast Flame Strike,
That's fair. Alright, fine, this is just gonna suck. I'm gonna make sure I've got
Hold
resume.
on.
Yeah.
Because this is the actual Morrigan here, right?
yes, this is the
So she isn't bound by having a paladin as a class anymore, right? Can she do it?
That's true. Mari, can you death ward me in case my brain turns to goo or my heart stops when I cross the threshold?
Mori will glance at you a moment. If you just step through the threshold, you're going to be fine, stupid. Just wait until they get back.
Alright, fine. Alright. I have
Wait, can we go through John speak?
If he can, he has not done so yet. He's just staring in confusion at all of you. Teresh is probably being held back by Nahia from crossing the threshold to go to him.
Alright, walking in.
Do you need to go that far in?
Oh, he's only on this wall.
Right.
Right. Sorry, no, yeah, I don't have to go all the way in.
He kind of ping-ponged off the middle wards.
Yeah. Alright. Good to wave and get his attention. Rejan, are you in there?
Huh? Nahia?
Correct.
Nahia,
Great
right?
big heroes. That's right. Come to save the day. I need you to temporarily climb into a gem or your sister's heart is going to absolutely break. I will turn him around and gesture out at the assembled.
Why do they all look so faint? Except
Oh,
for the raven-haired one, anyway.
Oh, well, that's because that is the actual real ass Morrigan, and right now you're a ghost.
Takes a step forward as if to go towards the Morgan. Immediately takes a step back. No. Do not go towards the light, you idiot. Go towards the gem.
Good. Over, turn around, please, Rejan. The reason the Morrigan looks so much like that is because if you approach her, then you might get, escorted to the afterlife.
He snaps out of it with some difficulty.
But
Turns
it's
around.
so pretty.
His eyes are so bright all of a sudden.
I do the finger snaps, and
She's
then I'm
so
going
beautiful.
to go. Oh, I mean, yeah, she is. She's stunning, utterly beautiful. But, what's your favorite kind of gem?
He glances back towards Teresh and says, opals, like her eyes.
Okay, let's see here. I have 1,000 gold's worth of gemstones. You think we've got any opals up in this bitch?
Yeah, probably.
Alright. Okay. Rejan, I need you to think small person thoughts for a moment for me. You're going to feel a strange pulling towards the opal, and I need you to ride it all the way in.
What are you doing? What is going on?
We
How
asked
did you get here?
it. The dragon you accidentally stole, started accidentally killing you, because you can't fit her, and it's just a very long story. Can I please put you in this gem so that you don't discorporate?
Teresh behind him will say, just do what he says. She says, please. Please, Rejan. Ghost will glance between the two of you. All right. Fine.
Okay. Essence Steel, Shadow Realm.
Alright.
And I will hopefully see him all the way in. Does he need to make some kind of check to get all the way in a gem, or?
No. Once he's agreed to it, even if doesn't really understand what the fuck's going on, yeah, he's gonna get sucked in.
Cool. Alright. I will just sit cross-legged in here and wait with Rejan until they return.
And
Okay.
indeed, Hashat, Ursula, Sarashon, you guys can go upstairs and to the door. It is unbarred. However, once Saris gets upstairs, the orrery will snap shut behind the lot of you and begin activating once again.
No.
Saris
Skip
picks
that
up the
scene.
pace.
No.
Don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Uh-oh.
I see that. I'm going to cry my
Run
eyes
out of the
out.
dice.
Yep,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yes, we'll hop off the dais quick as you can. And
Everybody, I think it's time we evacuate.
yeah, if you want to try and marshal up all these blight keepers to leave, I guess give a persuade check or intimidate. Your choice.
Sure, I'll do persuade. Can I get like Szooth assists?
Yeah.
Or... Cool.
Okay.
You know,
They clearly would very much prefer to stay here and with Teresh and the spoopy Rejan, but once Szooth makes it clear, like, time to evacuate, let's go, they will kind of glance around. Teresh will have to come over and wave them off, permissive. And then they'll start packing up their bags and departing, those of them who haven't already gotten their things together. The goo armor just stands there impassively as all of its keepers go.
Yeah.
Lump these nerds together.
Let's see.
As they are packing up, I will just take a time to keep an eye on them, make sure no one is scooping worms into their bags.
Perception check in that case. Let's see how on the ball you are.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, more than a couple bags have wriggly bits inside, but you can dispatch of that business pretty swiftly. They are not in a position to oppose you.
The bags are getting cut open and they are getting very stern talking tos. I'm not going to murder them just for being scientists, but they do have to. They do have to accept that this is over now.
From the brief words you exchange with some of these keepers, you get the feeling that they treat these worms like pets almost. And they're very unhappy to leave them here. But alas, they also understand that big people with swords and giant hammers are scarier than they have affection for their pet worms.
They infest corpses and explode. How are these pets?
I mean, some people like
I'm
pets
sorry.
that can eat people alive.
They are scientists and they've been hand raising these things for like several years now. Kind of have
Indeed,
grown
there's
attached to them.
Indeed, you're forgetting that part of like there's people in this world who like have pet insects, rats, and dogs.
Yeah, none of those, explode.
Well,
Bombardier
maybe
beetle.
that's
That creates explosions, it does not itself explode. But fair enough, I suppose. There are just people who like these things, I guess.
Well, let's see. There's going to be 2 necklaces, so it's Sir John and what's his name? Kina.
Yeah,
Right?
you have 2 necklaces between you, so you can get 2 people teleported back.
As soon as we're out, then I will
Yeah.
go
So
to the.
that means. No, I'm just thinking like everything you carry goes with you, but not other living things. That isn't. You can't take 2 people per 1 necklace.
I have no idea how these things work.
Given that,
Well, that's it.
yeah, given that we've got loads of people here, can we basically just get like a quick handout on the necklaces?
I can just tell you how they work. Yeah, they're basically just single person teleports. They do take all of your stuff with you, but in fact here I can just kind of print out their mechanics here. There we go.
And when
So it teleports you,
Sarah-
all your stuff, and you get 3 levels of exhaustion, which is kind of oofs, but
Oh, great.
fixable.
you got milk, Kina, stop complaining.
So,
A uninhabited body will count as an item for
I was going to
mechanical
say,
purposes.
we determined that in Operation Necrovore
Yes.
that a dead body is an object.
Yes.
A non-animate body is just an object.
Yeah. I guess it gets kind of questionable if it's a living body that's not inhabited, but yeah, it's
a bit of a gray
Well,
area.
it's soulless, and it's not technically. It hasn't died. Well, it has died, but it's not dead fully. So it's an item.
Anyway, let's not think too much about
Semantics.
that. Yeah, if we only have the 2, then do we just want to send Hashat and Ceres.
Yeah, because you need the teleportation thingy there, and then you two come back.
Or actually, well, Hashat doesn't actually need to go through the teleport circle herself. She could just send other people. So it's Ceres and one other person. Who do we want to send?
I would guess Tarn. He is he speaks Draconic, and you're gonna be walking into the Dragon Grave. Has
You
some
also
nice
have
crown
the
on,
crown here.
and
so-
the extra, yeah, yeah. Pop that shit all back on, and probably Tarn and Ceres.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Hashat actually speaks Draconic.
No.
No.
You can open the door and then come, and then I'll pull her in through the fucking opening.
She can just open it on other people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can just open
No,
it.
I mean through the doorway. I mean through the doorway when she's trying to come back in here.
Oh yeah, you mean
Somebody
pull a
has
shot
to,
back
you know-
into the building? Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was going to be a problem.
I mean,
Yeah.
realistically, in terms of like things I would obsess over as a GM, no. But it is kind of funny to remember that chucking through the door on her own.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought she could, with sufficient wiggling.
I have to really shimmy.
Yeah, you'd
No,
need a
it-
wiggle check.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Ursula needs to bow her head a bit to go through the door. Szooth can walk straight in through it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
But yeah, that was the size that we got from it. When we got there, that's what we had to push her in.
I'll be honest, I was under the impression we did the pushing because we weren't sure if we needed to rush, and second, to give Tassie an excuse to group.
No, it was a tiny fucking door that we had to push this mountain of a move through.
Yeah, I knew it was tiny, I thought with sufficient time she could wiggle through.
Yeah.
Just like at maybe
Well,
quarter
time is of
speed
an
or
essence.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, less so now. Probably. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
that's
all of
what
the worms won't surge out of their oubliettes and try to kill you all.
Yeah, that's why I'm still here, and I'll be going back down. We got the Ashton Szooth as well, so
Alright. So, me and Sarah Sven?
Sure. Sounds good. So, indeed, Hashat can open up a portal, huck you two through into, I believe the closest circle is still the Mage Tower, a couple hours walk outside the city.
Yep.
On the way, obviously you'll get some questions from Leona and her mom, but they understand there's a degree of urgency here. And indeed, as you walk, you can see Sarah John is in a not inconsiderate amount of pain. He's barely holding it together with gritted teeth. Every once in a while, you see draconic features begin to manifest, only to be pushed back down.
Come here. I can fly us faster.
Well, aren't you the romantic? Fine. take.
Not for the last time, Tarnavak carries a frail cat boy up against his manly chest.
I mean, look, if I have to do what I have to do, okay, let's have a real quick think, though. Do we know the path from the barrows to the tomb? Because if possible, not going through the brothel would probably be better.
I think Nahia went down the barrow path, but none of the rest of you have.
I've done the barrier path, and the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the barrier path when I visited earlier after downtime.
Yeah, but just you.
Yeah, it was just me.
Yeah.
The brothel is also closer.
It's
Yes,
more
but the brothel
expedient.
has Rejan's mother in, and that's going to cause issues. So, if does Ceres have access to Rejan's memories? Any? Like, would she be able to direct me through the barrows?
She will actually, Rejan. Yeah, he's used the barrow path, I guess. Once in a while. Ceres will say that, well, she doesn't have access to his memories. She was present, albeit mostly sleepy, for the last 10 plus years of Rejan's life. She remembers the path herself.
All right. Then, choice for you. Either we go through there, with your sleepy recollections to guide us, or we go the faster route, which means Rejan's family. And they may slow us down more than getting a little turned around.
She'll air quotes when you say family, but I'd rather not have to talk to anyone, no. Let's try the barrows. Probably won't have a heart attack before we reach my grave.
All right. If worst happens and you do, why don't you talk me through what we'll need to do to get you back in?
She considers that a moment, shrugs. If you mean into my body, I don't really know. I'm not the one who did this to me. Mother just said she was putting me to sleep for a while. There's some things I wasn't supposed to see. I was supposed to wait for some people.
That may well be us. She left a note for us to come find you. How we put together how this whole thing was going on with Rejan.
Sorry he got there first. That's dumb luck, really. A couple of kids tunneled their way into the complex. I don't know how any of this came to pass. Mother was a powerful magician. Me, I took after my father. More of a fighter, really. Scholar. Wish I knew a little bit more to help, but I hope just putting the sword back in my hands will be enough. Yeah, I assumed you'd grab the scale on your way out.
Yeah, I just realized I hadn't mentioned it, and it may be important, so I want to say it now.
It could be, yes. That is not an unreasonable assumption. So yes, you do in fact have that tucked away. You also got to see August just sitting behind behind the desk, drinking himself into a stupor.
Did he at least find himself a good book?
Yes, he did find a tome in Elvish. Do you speak Elvish or read Elvish? More importantly,
No, just Sylvan.
okay. You saw something in the title about dragons, but that's about it. Hey, grab the scale and make your way out.
All right.
Yeah. Once you make it to the barrows, let's see. One of you or Saris, preferably you, because she is not wise, should roll a survival check just to navigate your way through with expedience.
Oof. Survival isn't ideal, but we'll do what we can.
Yes, she is assisting, absolutely. Okay. It turns out social would have been the faster way. Sleepy memories are not...
Oh, actually, hold on. Could I have applied Marek to this since I've got him back now?
Yeah, he's back in action.
Yeah, well, it's another d6 at least. For fuck's sake.
Alright, so that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's true, you could save face... Alright, it's not an excruciatingly long time now. You're not just getting lost and like finding your way into a goblin pit and having to fight your way through with Saris. But yeah, it takes you probably the better part of an hour to navigate to the barrows. You do get a lovely tour of all the great kings of Andalin past, however. Unfortunately, Saris is not super interested in pausing to examine all their great deeds recorded in huge vaulted arches over their remains. Eventually,
Don't blame her.
yeah, just not quite in the mood, as interesting as it is. But yes, you eventually arrive in the barrow itself. It's much as you remember it. You go through the gallery past a great number of pots that Saris will lament have been shattered and destroyed over the intervening years. She will pause just long enough to sort of incline her head towards the elven grave at the far end of the mausoleum before grab you over here.
I was wondering where the dragon people would be.
Yes, indeed. When you turn the corner past the great statue of the worm, there are 4 huge armored dragonmen standing at resting attention around Saris's sarcophagus. Each have 2 bladeless sword hilts slung at their hips, and they are much more frilled and horned than normal lizard folk and stare at you warily. However, they look past you after just a moment, and the nearest 2 furrow their frilled brows.
Or speak in Draconic. Hail, guardians. I come to fulfill the oath given by Nahia Losstaker. We bring now a blade that was taken and the soul with it.
As you say this, Ceres John will take Solar Celebration and extending it in both hands in its scabbard. The dragon men will quickly approach, taking care to avoid the trapped tile immediately in front of Tarnavak. He'll take the sword from Ceres, and pretty much immediately, once the blade is taken, Rejan's body just crumples limply into your arms, Tarn.
Yeah. Was expecting that.
Ceres manages to get out half of a goodbye. Hello. Guardians don't really care, however. They'll return to the sarcophagus, and once they approach it, you will see the runes illuminate as before. The dais will turn.
I'll go to follow a little bit and stay a few feet back in respect, and of course, yes, carry the body.
The sarcophagus will open after a moment's time, revealing the pristine body laying there, and you can, of course, see Nahia's little scale resting at her hand, and the dragons will immediately replace the sword into its resting state in her hands. And then the sarcophagus will close. Draconians resume their parade rest, and one of them will give you a slight nod, say in Draconic, "You have done well returning the sword. You have Senatrea's thanks."
Oh no, it's an hour away, isn't it? Oh god, I've been stuck here in circle for an hour!
Several hours.
May I approach to pay my respects?
Draconians will nod at you. I assume you're in like full Dragon Man mode, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Nod. You
We'll
may.
set the kitty corpse down. Step up, just bow my head over it. And I'm going to look for any scale-shaped indents. Anything like that.
All right. Indeed, as you glance about, you see just at the very foot of the sarcophagus, there is an indentation precisely like the one you saw on the Magister's Tower.
Take a half step forward, go down on one knee, just at the edge of it, and place one hand on the top of the sarcophagus, the other, fish out scale, and insert.
All right. So when you go to insert it, one of the guards makes to stop you, but it's too late by the time he realizes you're doing something that's not quite normal to the sarcophagus. And then you hear a sound from inside. What we in the real world would probably recognize as a shock cart going off. It's a tiny bit of light escapes from the rim of the sarcophagus. Dragon men draw their swords and step closer to you. What have you done?
As the Lady Tiamat instructed me.
Tiamat?
Long ago, through a contrivance of her great foes, the giants, I was given the honor of speaking with her, and a mission to find her lost treasure, to bring this scale, her The key here. And I believe to revive her legacy in this world.
Alright. So, as you are saying that, the sarcophagus shudders slightly and begins to rotate open. Guards at the back will hop off of it. They still have their blades drawn, but they are somewhat less on edge as you give your speech. At least relaxed enough to let whatever's happening finish. And indeed, the sarcophagus rotates open. And you see the dragon girl herself sitting up with a substantial bruise forming on her forehead.
Was that Constitution save just to see if she could cast herself on the fucking inside of the lead?
Yeah, she failed to just be unconscious.
For 1d4 hours.
Yes.
That would be quite funny.
Yes. However, getting shock-carded inside the sarcophagus did not, in fact, cause her to just lose consciousness immediately. She will rub her head and see like one of her horns has a bit of a chip on it now. Shake it off. Ouch. Hello, Tarnavak.
Hail, Cyrus. We'll rise and just offer her a hand.
You rise, the rest of the dragons drop to their knees, blades deactivating. She will stand up. She's still wearing her like loose-fitting robes. There's no armor on or no weapon aside from sword now clutched in her hands. I'll return it to her scabbard and take your hand down. Oh, everything is numb, and I have a splitting headache, as I'm sure you can see, but I have my faculties about me once again. Thank you.
It was an honor.
No. She puts her hands on your shoulder. The honor is mine to meet the people who saved my mother. She'll turn to the knights. Rise, all of you. I'm sure this seems like a momentous occasion for everyone else, but mostly this feels like an extended dream, a liminal state for a year at most. I can only imagine how the world's changed while I've been napping. She will step past you for a moment and take a knee next to Rejan, put 2 fingers to his neck. Good, he's alive-ish.
We still need to do the soul. At least we have it.
Look to Tarn and pick up the body. As she does so, you can see that Ceres's body is quite strong. Just beneath that loose robe, there are some quite well-sculpted muscles. Heaves the Catboy up over his shoulder. Take the necklace from him. Right. Back to our friends, then.
Just give one of the guards a clap on the shoulder and step up to join her.
She'll nod at them and say, "Tell grandmother I'm awake, if you don't mind. Where we're going Apparently the gods don't listen much. Look at the necklace and shudder. I hate these things. Crunch.
Last time we'll ever see use, at least. Crunch.
And yeah, the two of you and Dead John appear in the middle of the orrery again, on hands and knees. Your stomachs lurch. Your eyes are either crying or perhaps actually bleeding. This is a much more violent and unpleasant experience than teleporting just by Hashat's magic. As if you're being torn apart and stitched back together, inch by inch. But you do return. Let me grab our token too.
We'll just yell out for Szooth and Ursula.
Yum.
You
You got two speedy barbarians here, so
That was unpleasant. All of us carry him.
okay, up on your feet. You've dealt with worse.
Saris is kind of reeling again. Says, I don't remember being alive sucking this much.
Oh, don't worry, could have been worse. Trust me.
I'm sure.
Wow, you really look like her.
Yeah, well, you know. I've had better days, but much worse ones lately. Just happy to be here.
Yeah. Let's get you both down.
So the barbarians can run Dead John down. Fresh will hop to her feet as soon as he comes in view and run over. Saris will run past all of that, however, and directly into the circle and give Nahia a big ol' hug.
Ah. Hello.
Hello. Good to meet in person. Thank you for helping free me.
Of course. And she'll hug back tightly. And Mother says she is very proud of you and says, well done, you're a very good girl.
God damn it, don't make me cry already.
No, too bad, I already did that earlier.
That's not
She'll
fair.
release.
She will pout her lips and rub at her eyes. You have no idea what it's like waking up from that nap in the crypt only to find out from some idiot kid that your entire family's been wiped out. At
Well,
least when this is over, I'll finally get to go down into the crypt. But let's get you out of here first, shall we?
yes, I shall also hand her the opal.
She will walk that out over, set it down next to Dead John. Walk back in.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to be a little bit more difficult. Here, take my hands.
Shall take hands and prepare myself for getting concussed on a wall.
All right. Deep breaths. Close your eyes. And she's going to
Yeah.
walk you backwards through it. Charisma save, please.
Okay.
Okay. You take no damage this time.
Hooray!
You feel a pressure on your brain. It's momentarily stuck into a vice, but it lasts just for the blink of an eye. And when you open yours, you're standing back on the stone. The horrid, goopy eye monster beneath you. This watches you all go with some measure of interest before the wards begin to flicker and blacken. And then, in a few moments, it's as if the oubliette covers over with stone again. Just gonna move this for a second.
Oh, that's a relief.
That
That
is
thing was
Just for a sec.
that thing was giving me
I
the
was
fucking
my heart
creep.
just skipped a little bit there, but when the fucking circle just moved, like, oh fuck, oh
No,
shit.
I know this, the unique agony of going, I can't do the layers cool, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, when there's 3 layers, they can't be cool.
Mhm.
Mm. I mean, again, this is why you use things like Photoshop or PaintShop Pro or whatever, and you just combine them.
Whatever.
Or you brute force it like this.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see what is required to put Rejan in his rightful place. Before we do any cheering, this part could either be incredibly easy or suck terribly.
Would you like to pick me up before you go shoving souls into things?
Oh, I'm fine. It should be fine.
Well, a question. Since it took a couple of hours for them to get there, has Szooth had the time to find the book in the meantime?
By staying behind and reading the just reading stuff.
Well, you were
Yeah?
still here. It was on the Tarnavak and Sarah's that went.
Makes sense. I guess I would have went back, and there's no reason why I wouldn't be reading those, because we don't know if this is gonna work, but it might be a little too late.
Yeah,
Still, I'll try it.
the soul. Yeah, the soul.
All right. 23. I remember. What would this fall under? Yeah, I could say soul transference, but is there just a book on that? Okay, then yeah. If that's, I was about to say it can't be that convenient, but if it is,
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
all right.
I intend to disenchant this gem and revivify Rejan again and see if I can't just slam them back together.
So, could I suggest something there?
Sure.
Wouldn't disenchanting it just destroy his soul and make residium? Like
Yeah.
that's
I
how
think
that works,
that would
right,
happen.
Savin?
I mean, that's how it works on stuff without like sentience in it. I figured he'd go back onto the Great Weave, such as it were otherwise. Or sorry, not the Great Weave, onto the Dream.
Savin?
All right, what about physically breaking it then?
So, for the way I thought from what you said earlier, like about a gem is the component in Revivify, is that you are using it as that component.
That is true.
Yeah,
Okay,
just-
yeah, I can do. Yeah, I could actually just use it as part of the thing that spell consumes. All right, Rejan is unfortunately only worth 100, so just gonna crank out, I guess, 200 gold residium.
Can you use that?
Yes, sorry, diamonds.
Yeah, you can use Residium as lube to just slide that soul back in.
Not these do not go in the ass.
Well, it's spacious enough for the gems.
No, just gonna gently rest those as well around this stone, on Rajan's chest over his heart. And yeah, I will hitch another Revivify up ends. Sure. Has anyone got guidance for me while I'm doing this? This is a one action cast, so I can really, really crank up the advantages.
I mean, if you have an attunement slot and you want to wait another hour, I could lend you Marek briefly.
Uh,
Could give you a d6.
uh,
Can't they like do that to people he touch?
No, it's well, as far as I'm aware, it's just for us. And Savin, apparently you're
Yeah.
muted.
Try.
Stream can't hear you anymore.
That's weird. I wasn't talking, but hello, stream.
unless Cyrus happens to be a Valabard.
No. She will, however, prestidigitate at you and spread her hands when she says so.
No, okay.
She will
I
proudly
don't
tell
dare.
you that she is a fighter.
It's fine. I've got multiple tries. Let's do this shit. I'm full of juice, and then if that fails, I've got drugs.
Do you want to get August to come down here and cast guidance?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Well, look, these guys can enjoy this wicked irony. So, honestly, they've put us through a whole lot of shit. They can suck on this particular L.
I'm also worried slightly if Saris is going to be okay with it. Like, I feel like this is a thing to ask before we just send for him.
What? Saris doesn't. Why would Saris have a beef with August? He had nothing to do with the dragons falling. In fact, dragons like August. He nearly married one of them.
Yeah, but like that dragon he almost married is why Saris's mother is dead.
Wait, what?
What?
No.
Yes, Tiamat in this timeline gave her life up for Lyris.
No, she
not
gave
quite.
her life up. No, she gave her life up to stop crazy ass saving character that was.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Right. Sorry. Yes.
She went to
Duh.
try and talk down the World's End and did not succeed.
Which is admittedly still because of August.
Yes, and then also August stabbed her dad.
All right, so she might not be cool about it, but honestly,
She was
look,
asleep for the
whatever.
whole thing, so she has no idea.
Yeah.
Unless she's
Okay, just-
transitively picked that up from
That's-
Rejan. Which is possible.
I mean, would Rajan even know those
Oh.
details? He was.
No.
Probably. If
15.
if he's been fiddling with the library upstairs at all, probably does.
No, they never got
No,
access to
he
that.
hasn't.
Well, not to the forbidden section, but
Right. Yes, does a 15 do it, or am I going in for another dip?
all right. In this case, a 15 will do it. The soul is actively trying very hard to get back in there. You're just sort of helping it along. It's a journey. Those of you standing near Morgan will notice her making a few subtle hand gestures at the same time.
Shoo, go away. Get out of here. Go back where you came from.
Go back in. Go back home. You're drunk.
Yeah. No, I don't want you. Go away. And yeah, with some effort, you push the soul stone into Rejan's chest, and it sort of subsumes the gemstone itself, and the diamonds turn to dust around you, as if to heal that wound up. And his eyes snap open in their normal sort of coppery color, rather than draconic gold. Snap up, gasping for breath. And Teresh will tackle him back down into a great big hug.
And he's gonna run for this like empty basin here and just be really sick.
Sarah just pats you with one hand and pats Rejan with the other. There. It's all okay. Everyone's alive somehow.
It's fine. My stomach was mostly vodka anyway. It burned on the way back up, though.
You should eat something.
Booze isn't food.
You drank vodka, not beer.
Look, vodka is grain. And what potato?
You glance past Saris and Rejan to see Dog is just snickering to himself. I helped.
You know what? No, he can. I think this is the rare occasion for enjoying smug irony, helping to ensure that the people who wished her downfall most vehemently currently come back to life through no vampirism.
Indeed,
he's
the
always a
fucking
smug cunt.
guidance is what got you to the DC too.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, Teresh glance up, cast daggers at him, but Rejan doesn't seem to recognize him for the moment in his current golden glory. Sit up, shake it off. All right. Will someone please tell me what the hell's going on here?
What do you last remember, Rejan?
I was talking to Nahia in that circle, and before that it was... I don't know, I just went to bed with a splitting headache.
Alright. The quick version, and if you want the full version after, we can do that.
Jesus fucking Christ. Give me a second, people. I think I have a squirrel on my fucking roof.
Squirrel!
At least it's not hopefully inside your house.
No, I think it's inside my house, inside the floor.
Oh, what, like in the roof loft bit?
Yeah, I hear
It's
a
in the
little
attic.
pittering right above me.
Oh, damn.
Good luck in dealing with that, man.
No, or you can leave it because if it found its way in, found its way out.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you'd need to encourage it to leave, preferably before it shits everywhere.
I'm not gonna try to mess with it, but I don't know exactly what to do. I can hear it in my fucking roof tiles, so I guess I'm just sitting down and leaving that.
But yes, a short version. The sword you found when you were children. It contained the soul of that lovely lady there, Princess Sarah Saroka. And over the years of exposure to it, your souls intermingled. Her thoughts bled into you, your thoughts into her. Desires, powers, everything got a little mixed up. And unfortunately, a dragon soul is a bit too much for a humanoid body. You are about to explode, so she trapped you in that circle, and in order to get you out as you and her out as her, we had to do some complicated magic shit that makes you probably the first man to ever come back from the truly dead.
Morgan will shrug awkwardly. Not truly dead, just resuscitated. Happens all the time. Like a soul Heimlich, really.
The soul bit makes it a bit more complicated, but I don't think you care about the metaphysics right now.
No, really don't. Wait, you're Ceres. The dragon will beam at him and give him a pat on the head. That's right, you naughty little boy. You have been hearing me in your dreams for, a decade now? All this, she waves around. Found all this just because I wanted to go visit my mother's grave. Suppose I'm a bit responsible for everything you've gotten up to these last years. I don't know how much was your desire for revenge and my loss, but fortunately, our friends here have at least started to put right what we've done wrong. Rejan just looks confused for a moment. It was you all along. I thought. Was I? Glance past Ursula, as if seeing August really for the first time. His visage hardens. You bastard. You. Tersh will just clap a hand over his mouth. It's too late.
He is a bastard, but he's a lot less of one. His blonde cunt is the one who... Oh, he was pivotal in actually fixing you.
And he's the reason why you still have a sister.
Scowls, but Teresh just keeps her hands on him. Let it go, brother. It's over with. You're going to have to learn to live with him being out there. I hate it too, but he's not what we expected, not what we thought. And I'm not a bastard either, I'll have you know.
Well, not by the technical definition, but by the definition everybody else uses.
I mean, if you were a bastard, people would be much more forgiving about all of the evil you do. No, then it's just in your blood. You don't have a choice. Your parents weren't married.
August just scowls at the lot of you.
Hey, don't worry. It's just you have some work to be done, but don't worry about that. And just looks at Trish, and you have a book to give to your brother.
I think we have a lot of catching up to do. Would a lot of you excuse us for a bit?
Yeah, and don't
Sure,
break
I've
any more
got some.
necklace crystals.
Yeah.
Oh, Saras, would you like company down to, say, Tiamat or...
You know, not particularly. I started all of this just because I wanted to see for myself. I think it would be...
Tell me you're not going to leave things half finished.
No, I'm just gonna go down there, have a little alone time.
Well, let us
Uh,
know when you're done. We would also
yeah,
like to say goodbye.
indeed.
Of
We
course.
knew her only a short time, but she was lovely.
Well, I hope I can fill just a quarter of the void she's left behind.
She's very tall.
You see that same scrunch come over Saras's brow for a moment. Just laugh it off. Yes, well, like I said, just a quarter. She's gonna just walk on through the wards and go downstairs.
Just like unconscious wincing as she goes through it. It feels like it's taking the piss.
Just pats Argus and says, "You did good."
Say, does anyone have a sandwich?
Gets out a leg of roast lamb.
That'll
Well, they live down here. There's living space. I'm sure there's a kitchen we can co-op.
I would hate to find worms in their food.
I'm sure there's an actual kitchen.
Check it later, I guess.
I'm going to go outside. I have a scrying I want to do.
Okie dokie.
A few scryings I want to do.
So yeah, the shot, you can go on up and do yourself a scry. What are you looking for? Or what?
Also, that
That is a good question. Let's see. Did you not scry for her before? I feel like you did last
no, I
session.
did not.
Did you not? Alright. Alright, I think you decided you didn't have time.
It was something I suggested, but it was a rain check.
Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, you look through this little mirror, and as it swirls and whirls, it eventually resolves into an image of Elsaveta, indeed. She's alive and well, and seems to be sitting in a small cabin. Don't know where exactly this might be, but there's a small fire crackling along just a few feet away in a pit. And there are two tiny little baby cowgirls sitting on Elsa's lap, who someone else, a man you don't recognize, is reading a book to.
Does she have children? Do these cowgirls look like Elsaveta at all? Like, do they have her blue, like, and her blue hair?
One of them does. One of them is blonde-ish. Can't see much of the man who's in the room with them, but he does seem to be a blonde. Sort of out of focus at the moment.
I hadn't thought the girl was married or had a family already. She seemed rather young. Also, I would say it's strange for her to be romping around with these weirdos, when she has got a family. But then again, look at me. Who am I to say?
Just the anti-Hashat.
The anti-Hashat even be?
Well, now that I know that Elsevette wasn't brutally murdered, I will scry again, and this time I'm going to scry on Cassidy.
All right. Yeah. Cass is basically where you would expect him to be. He is. It's the middle of the afternoon, so he's just lounging around in the middle of Greymore Keep. He's currently sitting in Gianna's lap, enjoying some fine cooking from Rukia.
All right. It seems like all's well on the home front. All right. Fears assuaged for now. I will return back down to everyone else.
By the time Hashat's returning, so too is Saris. She's certainly a bit misty-eyed. Will come along and give you all a nod. That was more intense than I expected.
Hells. There's something of importance we need to make sure you're aware of. But if you want some more time, it can wait. But we do need to tell you before we leave.
It's fine. I'm alright. I have something I need to tell you all too, I suppose, but you go first.
There is Savin, could you give me the name of the knight again, please?
Sure. Let me, in fact, just print his name for you here. Sir Calvert.
There is a knight of Lyris. Sir Calvert is his name. He tracked our company down up in far north of Vanderland. What was the name of the town? Fuck.
It was just in we were just in Iron Veins.
Yeah, but the town that the Thanehold is attached to has a name.
Ehrenberg.
Up in what is now Aaron. Ehrenberg. Show you on a map if you don't know the name. He's after your sword. He's hunting those two down. I'll nod over to where Rejan and Teraj have secreted themselves. With the intention of bringing the blade back to the Holy City. Or at least that is what he claimed. He was quite adamant that that was where it belonged, and
Can't say I'm surprised. I suppose Mother never told Grandmother what she was getting up to. I don't know why it took them this long to go after me, though. Couldn't have been that hard to find. But Father's first wife is enshrined there, not entombed. That's where I would have looked.
It's only recently that time works in mysterious ways.
Just blinks at you. Okay.
Spread hands helplessly. There isn't a good way to say that we did this recently, but also in the past and never.
we believe the giantish prison we saved your mother from, their powers had displaced it temporally. As such, when we saved her far back, it changed things. And the cosmos has it has had to adapt in what ways it can. And the Loresian Knights being able to look, that was not a change it could impart. Even more than that, we had concerns that it was your final... it was Rejan losing himself, but... and the danger of him exploding that set Calbert on this mission. We can't say for certain.
Well, I'm sure now that I'm back on 2 feet, I can speak to this Calbert and get him to go away, or take me back to see Grandmother. I'm sure she's been worried sick. Actually, I'm not sure how she's alive. She was dead when I went to sleep.
She returned after the Fearthuan invasions. I don't think anyone save the heroes themselves know the details, but, well, adventuring heroes.
Right, well, who am I to question that, I suppose? She'll give you all a wink. Adventurers and Dragons, name a more iconic duo. Oh,
Bards and fucking?
touche. Speaking of dragons, though, that thing I was going to tell you seems like an ideal time to butt in there. So I went downstairs and I wanted to, speak with my mother on draconic terms. I can't.
No come.
I don't know.
What do you mean on draconic terms?
Sarah swings her big arms out as if to emulate wings and puffs and puffs. Arr, I'm a dragon.
You can't dragon up?
Nope. I think I might be
That's
stuck.
not supposed to happen.
I wonder if that happened because you swapped places with Elvea and she spent a while in your body.
No, where do you keep getting Alvea from? I don't understand.
Well, when Nahia found that you were alive, she found that there was soul activity in you. Right, Nahia?
Correct.
So if it wasn't Alvea, then who? What?
I think a part of my soul was just stuck in my body this whole time. Alvea got put into a golem years back.
Huh.
Oh.
She's
Fair enough.
running around somewhere, fighting monsters, presumably. Or, well, I hope so. She's very nice.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay.
So, was basically the first theory. That whole conversation with Rejan being, well, in the way, made it quite difficult to tell how much you were you.
Believe me, it was hard to tell that myself quite a bit. It's
Doesn't help that I had no idea
half
what I was doing.
dreamlike, half waking nightmare, half liminal state.
Blech.
But I'm back now.
And stuck adorable and tiny instead of dragon shape.
Careful, those are fighting words. Never call a dragon tiny.
How tall is she in this more elfin form?
It's like 6'2". Yeah,
Whatever
she's
you
a
say.
manderlet.
Oh, well.
No. Since it's a she, and she's a dragon. She's a dragonette.
Well, whichever form you are, I'm sure your majesty shines through nonetheless.
Yeah, Nahia, as you say that, are you immune to fire or just resistant to
Just resistant.
it? Okay. She just breathes fire on you.
That's fair. Alright, here, let's see them dice. Ah, it was so gentle. That didn't even go through my fucking temporary hit points because I sat down for a whole fucking hour, so I got those back. I guess I look immune to it when it washes over me. Oh, warm.
Yeah, she does a little bleh.
Well, you go.
Well, think like this. If we can get you to your grandma, maybe she can, like poke you with dragon stuff and dragon. Right?
Well, I have myself been searching for the component to complete Draconic Ascension. And, well, Senatrea is likely the best bet. So, Lady Saris, would you accept our company on a pilgrimage to your grandmother's holy city?
She looks at Nahia and Nahia who are just bullying her. I'm starting to think that no, but I suppose you can behave yourselves around a proper princess. Please.
Well, I guess that counts me out then.
Don't worry. Just, if I may, I suggest you turn your wiles to making Lady Nahia bully Nahia as well. She's quite good at it.
It's too late. She's already joined me in bullying the small.
Ah, yes, but as for Lady Saris... But, Princess Saris, were you ever the pudge?
No?
Go on and laugh at that.
Big and strong and draconic, and it is not fair that I am a foot smaller than you two. This is bullying.
No. Don't worry, you're taller than
Walks over
Ursula.
and gives her like a pat on the side.
I promise to keep my hands to myself.
Just look at that tiny mecha suit. Be like, you have it easy. Don't worry. Pat.
Zeus is a good boy. He will behave.
Well, yeah, but Szooth is still in a 6-foot fucking mecha.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't you like 6.5 feet or something like that?
I forget. What was the exact size of it? I believe it was on the border of getting large, but still not as large as Hashat or Nahia.
So what, you're
So
like 7
feet.
Must be, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
so
were you
you're in a
69
7-foot-
inches?
Nice.
What to say? I wouldn't do that. I want to say. I'm pretty sure I didn't do that.
See, but that mechanical kobold there has the heart of a dragon kobold, so do not worry. You're still tall. Me.
Back in my day, I'll have you know that everyone was an elf and a human, and they were all reasonably 5 to 6 feet tall. It's very large. This is bullshit.
Must be something in the water.
Your day was before the time of Minotha, then?
Well, I do have a thing here that would make you eventually larger. It would just do other things to you, too.
There were minotaurs, but Minotha was gone, but minotaurs... That's not a minotaur. She'll gesture at a shot. That's a cowgirl. She should be that size. She'll point at, herself or Morgan, Tassie.
She's more Minotaur than most Minotaurs. Let me tell you.
Nod sagely.
Bloody woman. For the first 3 months of our adventuring career, as every single time we went to a tavern, I could not get a night's sleep because she was halfway through the damn wall.
Shot just whistles innocently.
You whistle not at all because there is no innocence.
Sarah's will scratch her head.
Yeah.
Look, if having a penis makes you huger, then never mind.
Just put an arm around his shoulder and slide us both over the clever course path on the me.
What?
Nothing.
It just pinches Nahia on the side that it starts to slide to being all like, yes, like that. Like, no. Bad salamander.
I can behave only so much, which turns out to be often not
I
at all.
have a water skin.
You're gonna get spritzed! Don't you spritz me, woman.
The more important part is being a direct blood descendant of the primordial of Earth and claiming the artifact and claiming the lost artifacts of the Queendom of Minotha.
The Amazon warrior queeness of Minotha.
We was an empire.
We was empire.
Okay, sure. The Empress of Minotha.
We've been
I
up to
see.
a lot of shit.
Aren't you all just the specialist snowflakes?
And saved your ass.
Exactly.
A grin.
Yeah, that I just looked. Yeah, that's a half dragon. That's a mechanical dragon kobold. That's well, that's a god. That's a primordial blooded stone sorcerer earth minotaur queen to be. That's a salamander that is tied to the goddess of death. I'm a dwarf. Hi.
Ursula is shockingly the most normal of all of us.
Ceres is just going to
She
pick
is.
Ursula up and give her a hug. I love you, tiny dwarf. You're my new comfort animal. Pat, pat.
Huh,
I just
that's my
referred
job.
back.
Please protect me from all these weirdos.
Will do.
All
I
right.
used to carry. I used to protect the Szooth by putting him in my cleavage there, so it could be nice to save them.
Well,
Or
I'm pretty sure you can't fit too much of me in your cleavage, but, well,
Look at the
value your
part that-
protection greatly.
Never mind.
If you want to grow taller, you could drink the power of Minotha, like I did.
just get
I've
up
already
the
said
water
no to the
skin and
breast
start
milk.
squeezing it.
Not that.
This is a magical horn that will eventually make you a giant moo.
Yes.
It's a horn
And-
full of milk, isn't it?
It's yes.
You can't get one over on me, cow.
The horn of Minotha does generate honeyed milk, which is what you drink.
It's not her milk, though.
Fine.
It's magic milk.
It's delicious.
But Hashat is magic milk. It's literally potions.
I mean, yes.
As is her calm, actually.
We don't need to bring that up.
Ceres is just laughing. Oh, I had
I'm just getting the water skin out to start
almost forgotten what
spritzing
it
y'all.
felt like to be an adventurer. Oh, goddess.
Ugh, I'm hoping to retire soon.
Why? This sounds fun.
Family, and not wanting to die. Like, this is just gesture at this whole of this. This is like a lot of shit to deal with.
Well, come on. Besides, how are you
The
going to
whole
follow
time
me
part
around and
would be-
bully me if you're retired?
A tempting prospect, but it's I don't have it in me.
Yeah, like that just makes the back of a shirt and it shows. Yeah, like we've been in several close calls and just shows her arm, the entire shield arm.
Please, I was about to make a penis joke. Hold on. Not yet, you don't. Okay, there. I got it out of my system.
Oh, you can put it in my system. Never mind.
No. I do hate to interrupt everyone flirting, but
This joke's
I-
not flirting, please. But yes.
I think those of us who were in that giantish mistake, we have someone to say goodbye to.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
All right, time for round 2 of crying. Everyone come along.
We'll just offer her a I'll just reach over towards her with a hand if she wants anything.
She'll just take your hand.
Just reassuring squeeze.
I and August are gonna stay up here so you can go on down. And as you descend the stairs beneath the ruins, Saris will ask, "So, Mori, what are the burial practices in this day and age? Do they still bury, or are they gone to pyres yet?" Answer that it's mostly pyres now, yes. Without me around, they've realized undead are such a threat that they don't want to leave skeletons. Saris will nod. Right, well, back in my day, with Morgan still around, done thing was to display the body forever, so I guess don't freak out.
Sure.
She take you down
Don't
the
freak out.
stairs.
Whoa.
Holy fuck.
Set into the wall, suspended on a set of ropes and wires, is the full skeleton of the great dragon Tiamat in all her majestic, gargantuan glory.
I think I'm gonna have to hold back on that hug in case I knock her over.
Luckily, the rest of these caskets are empty. I suppose they were meant for the rest of the family, but seems,
Fortune was with you.
yes, such as it is. Saris will go up to the very foot of where Tiamat is displayed out, and she will indicate a small placard of stone beneath the chest of the skeleton, in which there are some draconic characters scratched out. I do wonder who buried her here. She'd always said she wanted to be buried in the orrery, but I just don't know who was left.
What does the plaque say?
It appears to be a poem, and while the Draconic does not translate its meter or rhyme exactly, it reads out something like this. Behold the demise of the divine Tiamat, laid low by lovers' hands. She was daughter, wife, and mother to dragons. Gaze upon her final glory in this life, but do not despair. Her spirit watches over all in death. Saris will wipe her eyes again a little bit. Step back.
Nahia will probably do what she did for Zaris and pluck off one of her big scales. Heck, she'll even do it from the same place that the one she'd left for Zaris was in. Ouch! Oh, that one was fresher. And lay that in offering by the placard and say a long pray.
There is already a blue scale sitting there as well. Saris will give you a nod. Mother always talked very fondly about all of you. Said you were the first real heroes she ever met.
Aw.
We only knew her for a few days.
Yeah, but it meant the world to her.
Aw.
After all, if it weren't for you, I would never have existed. Reaches up and puts a hand on the tip of Tiamat's snout. It's an affectionate pat. Thank you, Mother, for everything. Sorry I wasn't there at the end.
You know, big ol' hug.
I hope.
I have a question, Savin.
Okay, sure.
The writing style on the placard. Not a type of we haven't seen before, right?
No, it's just draconic. It's a draconic poem.
Well, yeah, but much like handwriting.
Yeah, it's hand carved. You don't recognize the author by their script, no.
Okay. Just checking memories. Checking a certain album memory if something clicked.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Otherwise, just saying bye there.
No.
I guess, Ursula, you can give me an intelligence test to see if you can just recall it out of hand, but probably not. It's gonna be like a DC 20.
Oh boy, DC 20. Regular intelligence. That's
Yeah.
You're fishing for a crit to recollect something you hopefully maybe saw.
No. The handwriting
Yeah.
here, such as it is unfamiliar to you.
It's just it's a scaly pit right there. It's like and now a feathery wings,
Yep.
dragon wings wrap, angel wings wrap.
Everyone gets scooped up into shot hugs.
To be fair, this is exactly what happened with her mother.
Yep. Yep. It really is.
This very, very familiar sensation all up ends.
You can almost imagine the
Hey,
huge
Shamu.
spread wings of Tiamat enwrapping all of you in this moment. And indeed, I feel like that's a beautiful image to leave off for the week on. A group hug with little Saris.
Sure thing.
So yeah, let's do XP.
There, Kinathis, I think you can have a giggle of that.
Hmm?
Great chat.
God damn it.
All right.
That was the sort of pun I think we all needed.
Lies and slander. I never need puns.
Did you explore a new and interesting location for the first time? Yes.
Yeah.
The crypt. Did you discover new interesting truth about the world?
That Tiamat is buried beneath here after being laid by an unknown figure. Elve is walking around in the form of a golem. Let's see here. Oh, Sarah Siroka being, alive.
Yeah, that is a new and interesting development for sure. Did you make a new ally? Yes. You also
Woo!
removed another lasting enemy.
Hooray!
Did you advance or complete a quest? Yes.
We
Did you discover a
finally
new page in a
completed.
companion story? Yeah, you got Tiamat Jr. on board.
Woo! Welcome to the team!
A little tiny dragon.
Well doggen. What class is Sarah Siroka?
She
She
is.
said fighter.
Oh.
She is an Eldritch Knight.
Nice.
Behold the might of Hazard Scorcher.
A classic. Classic. Much easier to pronounce than Agna Hazars.
Yeah. She is I suppose now I can add Solar Celebration to her character sheet. He's gonna be holding on to that for a bit. She is naked though. At some point, you'll probably want to invest in getting her some armor if she's going to be coming along with you guys.
Robes, at least, yes. Not actually naked.
No, she is wearing robes. Unfortunately, robes give her an armor class of 9. Both in this game and in OD&D. It's AC bad.
So, I do have my gleaming plate mail still. I can just give that to her. She won't be able to fly, but she can have it.
She
Yeah,
doesn't
that
have
is
wings,
fine.
so she can't fly.
She does not have wings in this form. She looks like a horny elf with a tail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if I
And
had
she's
just.
the right height for it, too.
I wasn't sure if I had just missed her wings or if she didn't have them, but yeah. If we can stop by Ivara at some point, then I can get that from the house and give it to her.
Sweet. I'll just
Yeah,
throw that on there. Then
When
it doesn't have any
Nahia
pluses
retires,
on
she
it, right?
can-
That's just glamored, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Plate armor.
Or, well, gleaming, not glamoured.
Yes, sorry. The one that never gets dirty. It's very, very appropriate for a princess. Now she is resplendent.
Yep. Don't worry. As I say, she can have access to my awesome dragon corset of minotaurs when Nahia is done. Get her strength locked to 20.
Sweet. And it's already 18. She's very strong.
Yeah, but now she can be even stronger, and it'll make her horns more awesome. And also give her back like 1.5 feet of that height that she's missing.
Yes, that she is missing.
But she always a short shit.
She's much taller than average.
Yeah, in her time, this would be a very tall woman.
Just you're all
Indeed,
fucking
much like
giganto.
Hi.
Hashat's single-handedly pulling up the average height in the entire region.
I mean,
I'm just-
let's be honest, it's not just Hashat. Like, come on, fellow tall people, let's print our heights.
You know what? I'm just laughing at you all in real.
Aha, Szooth's the true winner as he has a mech suit.
Glorious.
Please stop bullying Saris. She's going to cry.
If she ever wants to ride on Hashat's shoulders, she's completely welcome to.
Don't offer the dragon a ride. That's so mean.
What do you mean? I think that would be awesome. Shoulder ride. Especially since, you know, Hashat is royalty and she's got like this beautiful horn jewelry. That is a resplendent steed.
All right. Was it 5 XP today?
Yeah.
Yep, so 41, right?
Mm-hmm.
We finally finished Rejan quest.
Yeah.
Took us a while.
Well, I hope
Yeah.
we finished it.
I think we have.
Unless you want to just go purposely antagonize them upstairs. I mean, you did just leave Winter just T-posing on them up there, but other than that.
I think Nahia's there, though, to
Yeah.
rein in smug old man.
I think we
Yeah.
might just like. I mean, we had to take them
also-
back home. So, and
No,
also there's
here's
these
the-
worms
here's the
here.
automatic
So,
thing. Yes, we need to kill the worms.
yeah.
Secondly, we also have to remind them that they don't have a kid anymore.
That's not your call.
That would
Well,
be
that's for you. That's true. You
yeah.
adopted her, but they still don't have it
Yes,
because you
I-
adopted.
yeah. She is now legally in my custody, but if they are capable of properly calming down, I am very happy to have them to give them visitation rights. Or like, well, and actually, while Calbert is still around, Nahia, they may have to go and live on your island for a bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
You'll want to do something with those two nerds one way or the other, but we can figure out exactly what you want to do with them between sessions there. Hopefully, mostly amenable at this point. But yeah, thank you for playing, everyone, and if you're watching on the stream or YouTube, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in a few days for Sav&D. Till then, adios. Good night.